Hey, what's up guys, Mashine here, come back with a brand new video for you guys. Today we're going to be talking about the Stockholm removal, everything to do with it, and mainly what you should be doing with your Stockholm capsules or souvenir packages or investments in general. Before we hop on into this one though, if you guys are looking to pick up any CSGO skins or anything of that sort, I've got a couple links down in the description. Let's hop on into it. So I actually saw this update right as it came out, however I didn't think it was significant enough to warrant a video. I watched the market and it didn't seem like we were going to have a very significant reaction, and it was something I could definitely wait to talk about. Nothing major was going to happen in that time frame. But some of the other people on YouTube didn't feel that way. Some people thought we were seeing exploding prices and that the capsules were absolutely skyrocketing. Now when I saw this when I woke up in the morning, I kind of felt a little concerned for a second. I thought I missed something huge and these prices were going to be at $1 each or something crazy like that. And when I woke up and I found that the capsules were looking at a grand total of 28 or 29 cents, I felt, let's just say, slightly annoyed to say the least. I mean, one of the biggest ones they were advertising was the 2021 Mirage package, which jumped a grand total of 10%. Now 10% is a lot for an item, but it's not a lot when we're looking in this context. Major items are supposed to jump when they get removed. That's the time where everyone starts paying notice to them, because these have been on sale for 50 days at this point, and now people are starting to take notice. 10% is a reasonable jump. It's not something out of the ordinary. And to advertise that like the package is going up to $1,000 makes me frustrated, because it makes everyone in the CSGO investing community look absolutely stupid. I want to know what you guys think about this, because honestly it frustrates me a lot that someone who makes content like myself is just going to blatantly lie, because that's what that is. That's just a blatant lie. It's blatant clickbait, and it's frustrating for me personally because it just ruins the reputation overall of CSGO investing. But let's hop on into our Legends sticker capsules here, and mainly the sticker capsules overall. We're going to be talking about what you should really be doing with this. Now there's two main outcomes for these. The sticker capsules are a little bit different because we're not going to ever see these return. These are obviously Stockholm specific, and these stickers look particularly good. Now there's two different ways you can go with this. Obviously we've got the short term and the long term. Now short term, there's actually a couple of different places you could potentially sell here. First up, we got Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year is a great time to sell. It's potentially going to be the peak for, at least when we're looking in the span of a month, we're most likely going to see the peak of Chinese New Year being the peak of this capsule in the next month. It just makes a lot of sense. It's probably when the most hype is going to be going to stickers. And I say potential peak because honestly, I don't see a huge fall off after Chinese New Year. It's probably going to lose maybe 10%-ish. I expect these capsules to be around 40 cents potentially if we're starting to see a lot of them disappearing from the market. We don't know how many of these capsules are out there, which makes it really hard to give a price point here, because these could honestly fall to 20 cents. It's not out of the ordinary for something like this to go down in price. We saw it with RMR that overinvesting is a huge problem for these sticker capsules here, but I think there's definitely a lot of potential looking in the short term here. Second short term option is going to be the next major. Now there's going to be some news really soon. I mean, honestly, we're only 4 months out from the supposed major that's supposed to happen. So we're going to either get some news that A, it's going to be completely canceled, which I find very unlikely, or B, we're going to get new stickers and everything to do with that in about 4 months. That is, in my opinion, a short-term investing, and when those stickers come out, most likely these capsules are going to have some impact. Now that might be going up in price or going lower in price. However, with how these stickers look, I feel like we've got a lot better chance to go up in price than we do to go down in price. Looking at a long-term potential here, there's not really too much to say. Let's be honest here, you're just going to be holding this sticker for a longer time. There's not one set specific time where you need to sell or you need to do this or anything like that. Whenever you feel to sell, just whatever the profit's looking at that time. Right now, you can sell them for 28 cents, which is just your money back. So, I mean, there's not a ton of profit on the table right now. I would definitely not recommend buying or selling these capsules at this point. However, it's all up to you. Overall, looking at these capsules here, they definitely do have a potential moving forward. I'm personally going to be holding on to all of mine for the long term here. I think it's very smart to hold on to yours for the long term rather than the short term. However, it's all up to you. I don't know what price point these are going to be at. No one knows what price point these are going to be at. but right now when you sell it, you're just getting the money you invested back into it. Seems like quite a bit of a waste here for me. And honestly, I think I'm just going to be better off holding all of mine for later on in the future. Then we've got to talk about our souvenir packages here. Now the souvenir package, like I mentioned earlier, jumped a whopping 10% for the Mirage, and the rest of them have kind of gotten a little bit of growth, some more than others obviously, but here it's really a little bit more complex because you really have to think about the next major. They're most likely going to have the same exact souvenir packages, so there might be a better time to sell these than others. However, personally, I'm just going to hold on to them for the long term once again. I don't really see a point in buying these short term and reselling them. However, with that being said, if they start to go up to $7 and the next major is going to have the same thing, I'm gonna sell. I think you got to play this one smart. There's no exact price point for me personally. There's a lot of supply out there, and there's not going to be a lot of unboxings of these once we get closer to the next major. Finally then, we've got the Dreams and Nightmares case, which hasn't been released, which actually has some really big implications here. First up, I'm going to start acquiring some Riptide cases. I think at 50-ish cents, they're not a terrible pickup, especially since we're seeing both of the discontinued cases start to rise in price. Shattered Web, which I am a huge holder of, I think I've got about 600-ish cases of these, have went up 50% in the last month. An absolute crazy price jump because we're starting to see the supply of them very little. Now both of these, Broken Fang and Riptide, are going to have a significantly more supply, significantly higher supply rather, but I think both of them definitely do stand a little bit of potential. Broken Fang's a little bit different than Riptide because Riptide doesn't have that M4 that's going to boost it into oblivion with the price point, but I think there's definitely still a lot of potential with the Riptide case. Also then, with the Riptide case, we've got those Riptide knives, which are almost guaranteed to be returning with the Dreams and Nightmares in my opinion. Now this is not a guarantee, I want to make that 100% clear. However, I feel like it's extremely likely that we are going to see the Riptide knives return, especially since we didn't see the Dreams and Nightmares case now, and we will not see it in the next month, most likely. I think it's very unlikely that Valve would do this update and not add in a brand new case. This one is almost a month old past when they said they were going to do it, so if they were going to add a new case, they had plenty of time to do so and think it over. Therefore, I think we're probably going to see the new case after the operation ends, that same update where they remove operation, add case. I think that's very likely here, and honestly something that's a good business move for Valve, so I can definitely see the likelihood of this happening being very high, and therefore I think the knives are most likely going to be reintroduced with that Dreams and Nightmares case as the same as the Riptide case. The Dreams and Nightmares case, it's going to be really interesting to see if it goes into the active drop pool, because like we've talked about, it'll also have implications there. However, I feel like I've spoken on that quite a bit, and that's not really what this video is about. But that's really all I have for today, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Drop down in the comments a little bit about what I talked about in the beginning of the video, your opinion on that. Plus, if you're holding any Stockholm 2021 items, I'd like to know. But as always, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.